Today we're going to discuss the oxygen profitability calculator. So on every calculator, our first tab is always delivery. We have our delivery expense in here. And the rest of the tabs on the bottom are 5 different oxygen models that we've put in for calculators here. We've got our stationary, nocturnal. We've got our stationary, portable with conserving device. Then we have our self-fill device, liquid, and POC. And as you can see, after each one of these, we have an example to kind of give you an idea of what you need to plug in. So let's just start here and show you an example here with the stationary and conserving device. So on your right-hand side where it says input worksheet, where all the yellow spaces are, that's where you're going to fill your information in. So the first one on here is your revenues, how many you purchased, and how many visits during the year, or shippings and billings, of course. So on the left-hand side here is where everything's going to populate. Your revenue, your product cost, your operating expense, and your gross profit. And we have gross profit with 2 different depreciation schedules, a 36-month and a 60. And what we've done is anything over $150 an asset, we've depreciated that. So that would be your conserving device, your concentrator, your liquid, and your portable oxygen concentrator. Then your 5-year totals, and then it gives you a gross margin. So for us to be able to get numbers to populate, we have to go in and fill our delivery expense out first. So let's just say it's $25, average hourly for a therapist, $17 for a driver, 30% benefits, 25% markup for overhead. Our therapists do 6 stops a day, drivers do 10, and it's average 12 miles per delivery. And it gives you our cost. So cost per delivery is $62.19 for a therapist and $30.13 for a driver. So let's go ahead and go over to this model here, and let's plug in. So what do we get reimbursed for a concentrator? Let's just say it's $79 a month. And what is our cylinders cost? What do we get reimbursed? $39, let's say. And what does it cost for? We get reimbursed for our contents, which, you know, with this model, you could get reimbursed years 4 and 5 for the contents. And let's just say that's $54. And then what you have to do is in the year. So how many months you bill in first year? Well, I'm billing 12. Year 2, I'm billing 12 months. Year 3, I'm billing 12 months. And obviously, it caps at 36 months. And you can't bill for the concentrator for year 4 and 5 if it's Medicare. And we'll do the same here for the portable. And then the contents, year 4 and 5. I'm going to bill 12 months there, bill 12 months there. And then any expenses in here. So let's just say that oxygen concentrator costs me $360, an e-cylinder costs me $32, a cart costs me $9, regulators $15, and it's $2.12 per cylinder fill. My disposable supplies are $12, which is your cannula, your tubing, and your swivel adapter. And then my conserving device with a bag is $175. So obviously, I'm going to buy year 1. I'm going to buy 1 concentrator. Hopefully, I don't have to buy any concentrators any of the other years. So that's why I'm just putting 1 in this number. The e-cylinder, we're going to say I'm going to buy 12 for a patient. So I have 6 that I deliver, and then 6 always getting filled. I'm going to need 1 e-cart for this patient, 1 regulator, and cylinder contents. So how many cylinders are we delivering, you know, during the year? So we'll come back to that one because we'll talk about the number of deliveries here in a second. And our disposable supplies, how often are we giving them to them? You know, every year, I say it's, you know, usually every 3 to 4 times a year. So let's just say we're giving them supplies 3 times each year. And the conserving device, again, I hope it's just 1 that we're buying for this particular patient. Okay, so this is where it comes in. You see, there's no numbers here yet, but there will be. So when we first set up this patient, we have a driver that goes, sees this patient once. And hopefully we don't have to have that driver go any other. So you see there, that populates from the delivery expense page. And our service tech for the first year, we're going to see these patients twice a month. We're delivering cylinders every 2 weeks. So for our first year, we're going to have 23 because our driver or our therapist took them the first time. So we're good there. Now, for me to ship out that supplies, it's $5. And for me, monthly billings, it's $5 to bill per month. Again, put in your actual costs. So year one shipping, I don't have any shipping costs year one. I don't have any shipping costs any time here because I have the disposables on my truck. So when I'm delivering the contents, the patient is receiving from the driver. But billing, I'm billing 12 times each year. So there's a cost to that. And again, I'm billing year 4 and 5 for the contents. So I have that in here. So let me come back to the cylinder content piece. So if I'm making 23 deliveries, or 24 deliveries, let's say, a month, and so I'm delivering 12 tanks. So that is 144. Oops. Again, this is in a year. So go back here to my service tech. So that's 24, 24, 24, 24. All right. So we go over to the left here. You're going to see, here's my revenue for year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got my product. Here's my product costs for years 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got all of your operating expenses here again. So as you can tell, if you don't depreciate your equipment, and it depends on what you do for your books, year 1, you just lost money. And year 2, you made some. Year 3, you made some. You lost years 4 and 5. And then if you depreciate, you can see what the numbers come out to be. It's a little more flat. And if you're delivering cylinders twice a month to a patient, your gross margin is negative 15%. You just lost money. So if we take an adjustment and say we do this, we deliver once a month, it'll change it. So you kind of get the idea. So hopefully this kind of helps you. Every model is the same of what you're entering with input. Obviously, there's going to be different pieces, parts, depending on what the model is. So for example, let's go over to the POC real fast. As you'll see, the POC, we've got our revenues, and then we have our expenses. And what's different here is, we've got batteries, right, that we need to do for our POCs. And we still have everything here the same. Now, not everybody may put out a concentrator or e-cylinder for backup. There might be different things that you do in your model, so you would just leave that blank, and it would not filter over to the other side. So hopefully this was helpful with these instructions. We also have written instructions on the VGM Respiratory product class site for oxygen. Hopefully that will be very helpful, and hopefully this will make things a little more clear for you. Thanks, and have a great day.